Yeah. Whoa. I speak. We change lives, Jesus. I speak.
Welcome to the TP Masterclass. On behalf of Cliff Cheqona and the entire TP family, we're honored to have you here. You didn't just join a live session. You stepped into a transformational experience designed to help you master your mind, align your emotions, and trade with clarity and conviction. We'll be starting shortly. In the meantime, settle in and prepare your notepad. Like the stream, subscribe if you haven't already. And most importantly, invite someone who needs this. Because around here, we don't just trade, we transform. Let's get started soon.
I speak life, I speak spirit. We change lives, Jesus did it. I speak life, I speak spirit. We change lives, Jesus did it. Step into my Monday. I'm stepping to my Monday. I'm stepping to my Monday. We change lives, Jesus did it. I'm stepping to my Monday. I'm stepping to my Monday. I'm stepping to my Monday. We change lives, Jesus.
What TP Masterclass really is. TP Masterclass is a transformation masterclass that happens every Saturday. It is designed to reshape the way you think, the way you respond, and the way you perform, not just in trading, but in any industry where your mind plays a major role. Even though anyone can benefit from it, the majority of people you'll find here are traders. Why? Because trading is one of the few fields where your mindset, your emotions, and your discipline are tested every single day. Every session blends psychological lessons that help you understand your thinking and your behavior, spiritual lessons that strengthen your inner conviction and identity, practical lessons that give you structure and direction in real life. TP Masterclass exists because most people don't fail due to lack of skill. They fail because their mindset is not prepared for the level they are trying to reach. This masterclass equips you with the mental strength, emotional stability, and clarity needed to perform at a high level, whether you are a trader, an entrepreneur, or someone trying to grow in life.
Transforming minds,
yeah, raising leaders,
kingdom made.
Fix the mind, fix the man. Everything changed. When am I change?
Transforming minds,
Raising leaders,
kingdom made.
not the chart, the man inside. Renew the mind, the crown you find.
Hello TP family, welcome back to another TP Masterclass. And I'm super delighted to be a part of the class today. And I'm so honored to be the one to lead you today through the declaration. I am Elizabeth Kwanzaa, and I am so happy to meet you guys today. So, first of all, good morning, good evening, good afternoon from wherever you're streaming from. And before we go into the declaration, I want you to know one thing, that declaration is very, very powerful. And we are not going to speak out words today. We are not going to read the words. We are actually going to mean it. We are going to mean the words, and we are going to back the words up with our hearts. Okay, so as Mr. Cliff would always say, we don't beat thoughts by thinking them, we beat them by speaking, by talking. So today we are going to declare, we are going to make a declaration. And one thing, make sure you are in a private space where there is no distraction, where you can actually focus on the declaration today. So we are all going to declare together, the words together with meaning, add meaning to it. Okay. So this is our declaration for today. We are going to say them 3 times, and make sure you are really saying it and it's really, you allow it to sink in. Okay, so we are going to do this together. My body is the first kingdom I rule. If I cannot govern this, I cannot govern anything. Okay, so this is the first one. The second one, my body is the first kingdom I rule. If I cannot govern this, I cannot govern anything. So the third time we are going to say it, I want you to really be intentional about it. Let the words that you are going to say have impact, especially when you are saying it. Say it, really mean it. So we are going to say it the last time. My body is the first kingdom I rule. If I cannot govern this, I cannot govern anything. Congratulations. I know that your declaration for today is really going to manifest in your life. So I want you to hold on tight to these words and trust me, your life is going to be changed if you hold on to it. And one thing about declaration is that you can't just declare with your words and not act on it. So I will urge you that your life, your actions should align with what you declared today. Thank you very much and God bless you. Enjoy the rest of the class.
Transforming minds.
Yeah.
Transforming minds.
Yeah. Raising leaders.
Kingdom make.
Fix the mind, fix the man. Everything changed.
Transforming minds.
Yeah. Raising leaders.
Kingdom make.
Fix the mind, fix the man. Everything changed. When am I change?
Transforming minds.
Yeah. Raising leaders.
Kingdom make.
Not the chart, the man inside. Renew the mind, the crown you find.
That was so amazing, Elizabeth. Thank you so much for leading us with the decoration. That was really good. And I hope everyone else enjoyed the decoration for today. As usual, hello everyone. Welcome to another TP Masterclass. I am very happy that everyone is here to tune into the TP Masterclass for our 78th episode. So I am very, very glad that you guys made it on time to join us for this exact TP Masterclass. As most of you already know, my name is Tennessee Shells, and once again, I want to thank everyone for coming up on the TP Masterclass on time. It takes so much effort for a person to always be on time, and you guys continue to show that habit throughout now that we are on our 78th episode for our TP Masterclass. So thank you guys so much, and I hope most of you continue to stay tuned till the end of the TP Masterclass because we have so much to uncover today, and I hope you get to stay here and enjoy that. And I can see most of you are also putting 111 in the chat. So thank you so much for showing us the love and commenting and interacting with our live. You can also remember to like the live stream so that we are more likely to for our video to show up on other recommendations for people that may want to also join this TP Masterclass, but they are not sure that something like this is happening. So thank you so much for interacting with us in the live chat, and make sure to like and subscribe our stream. And I can see here that Derek said trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Exactly. Thank you guys so much. And if you are tuning into this stream from Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, Uganda, US, just put in the live chat so that we will know where everyone is tuning in from, because it's such a privilege to have so many people around the world tuning every Saturday, 6 p.m. UK time
to watch us be able to share what we have to say on this TP Masterclass. And if this is your first time here, oh, we have someone tuning in from Kuwait. Oh my God. And Ghana and Nigeria and Tanzania. That's so amazing. Thank you guys so much for joining us. It's such a privilege to have you here. And if it is your first time joining us, I want to take 90 seconds to tell you exactly what this space is about because most people tend to misunderstand it. And Masterclass is about trading psychology, and trading psychology, simply put, is the study of the trader's mind, their emotions, and their behavior. But to tell you exactly what that actually means for you is when you come into this room, this space, you're not exactly coming here to learn a strategy. You're not coming here to learn entry signals or chat patterns or market predictions or anything of that sort. This is not the kind of event that we have here. So when you come here, you are coming here to study yourself as a person, to be more self-aware of yourself. And everything that Cliff teaches in this room falls into one of three categories. And I want you to listen very carefully because understanding this will change how you view the stream from here going. So I want you to really pay attention to what I have to say. So first, you find the knowledge, what everything that we teach it during the TP Masterclass live stream is will help you arrive at self-awareness, and the language that you are able to put together will help you know what exactly that you are dealing with as a person. If you are dealing with a habit that is not exactly helping you with your trading, you'll be able to learn that habit here, and then in the future you go and practice the good ones, and that will help you with your self-awareness as a person. And the second is you'll find tools, practical tools for self-regulations, and it will help you manage your emotions, your impulses, your decisions when the pressure is real. Because I do understand trading on this financial market, everything tends to be very real, especially if you are trading with a live account and you don't want to, lose all your money. So I understand. So when we offer you the tools, that's what it will help you arrive at. And the third one that people tend to miss is that you also find the architect for your identity transformation, fix your mind to fix your trading. So everything that we teaches during the TP Masterclass it all falls under these categories, these three categories, is to help you as a person come into self-awareness, and then we will give you the keys or the tools that will help you improve yourself as a person. So wherever you are, I hope you pay attention because everything that we will talk about here is in your best interest to put it into practice so that it will be beneficial for you in your life. And one last thing I want to say, well, not the last thing, but I want to keep reminding everyone to make sure to keep this space very, very respectful. I don't want to see any comment that will distract other people from what they are here to learn. So make sure that you are keeping everything very respectful and not negative or disrespectful behavior that will put other people off. So make sure that you remember that and do not forget that. But before we continue, I want to take a moment for us to revisit the key insights from last week's session that we talked about, because last week we continued our profitable trader series by exploring the different stages a trader goes through on the journey towards becoming profitable. Cliff broke down the business of trading, the different models that traders can operate within, and what defines each stage of the development, and some of the common traps that prevent traders from progressing in their trading journey. And we also explored the importance of consistency, behavioral control, capital management, and psychological maturity, as well as what it takes to move from simply learning the concepts, the strategies, and how to trade to actually become a profitable trader. So if you missed that session, or if you simply need a refresher, we are going to play a recap video, and that will help you refresh your mind. Especially if you join us from last week, this will also help you refresh your notes and refresh your mind. So make sure that you stay tuned for that. But this is what we basically covered last week. So we're just going to play the recap video right now, and then I'll be right back with testimonials from last week's session.
Destination. Many people say, oh man, I want to become a profitable trader. When they say I want to become a profitable trader, what they are basically saying is that I want to get to a stage where I will say, yes, I have arrived in the land of profitability. That's how I work. Profitability is progression. You want to become profitable, there are stages of becoming profitable. Stage number 1 is what we call the unconscious trader. This is a trader who does not know what they don't know. During this stage, the trap is simple. They are going to hop around strategies every day. That is the first trap. Stage number 2 is what I call learning trader. So the learning trader, that one, he knows what to do, but they can't do it consistently. Stage number 3, the developing trader. This trader executes consistently, but this trader has not yet achieved positive expectancy. Stage number 4 is the consistent trader. Now, the consistent trader is a trader who has achieved positive expectancy and is building evidence. The only issue is what I call the trap here, premature scaling. So the stage 4 trader sees the system is working and they want to accelerate the results. So they increase their position size. Stage number 5 is called the profitable trader. The trader who operates the business correctly and compounds consistently. Profitability is not a destination. Ladies and gentlemen, profitability is progression. And progression is an everyday awareness of where you are and where you are going.
I hope everyone learned from that recap video because it was packed with what we learned last week. So if you missed last week's episode, just go through our playlist on YouTube and then click into the TP Masterclass playlist. You'll see this exact video there. What is the title? I know it will be profitable. It will be under the profitable trader series. So make sure you click into that. Okay. Someone is asking, can anyone here kindly drop today's declaration, please? So Solomon, can you please bring it up so that people that were not here from the beginning can screenshot it to practice? So just like for a few seconds, if it is available, so that we can move on to the testimonials. So this was today's declaration. So take a quick screenshot. I think that's enough. So let's get into the testimonials for today's TP Masterclass. So we have here, let me make my screen very big. Okay. So we have here yesterday, I was in the live session, and today I have watched the replays. And to be honest, do you mean the recap? And to be honest, this is one of the powerful sessions ever from both Mr. Kema and Mr. Cliff. One of the conviction that I got from this session is that profitability is not a destination, it's a progression, and progression is the everyday awareness of where I am going. So I shouldn't feel that me being profitable after a period of 6 to 12 months is something that I have figured out, that I should take it as a progression, meaning every day I should keep on learning and never should I back down. Thank you both, Mr. Kema and Mr. Cliff, for every knowledge you've given us with honesty. May the Lord Almighty bless you both. Amazing to hear it, Pyres. And the next one we have here is, I have been following this masterclass since early last year before I start trading. I do trade crypto. I copy trade from a mentor like that. I normally blow account. My mentor keep posting win why I lost, and I keep wondering that why. But TP Masterclass through me a lot about my mindset, discipline, risk management. I stopped trading. I only trade with demo accounts for some months, and my trading improved. The reason why I love this masterclass, not because to just improve my trading skills, but it's really changed my mindset. I think only me understand what I'm saying. A lot of things that has happened to my mindset, this masterclass rewired it. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you for sharing your testimony. And the final one we have here is after a long time, once again, I need to talk about the TP Masterclass. Whenever I need a solution from trading problems, TP Masterclass is enough. Thank you for this program. It's really transformative. God bless you. Every day with Cliff teachings make me knowledgeable in the financial market. Thank you, sir. Replay, I am really transforming. Proud to be part of the SOT course. I'm very happy to hear about all you guys' testimonies. It's quite nice to read about it, to know of your progression, of your transformation here during the TP Masterclass. So thank you guys so much. Continue to watch us. Continue to tune into the TP Masterclass to get your transformation. And thank you guys. So that will be me for today. I've taken so much of you guys' time. So the next up is going to be the psychological session. So make sure that you are grabbing your notebook, your notepad, your journal, whatever you use to take notes with. Make sure that you are grabbing that so that you are able to take notes for this exact TP Masterclass. So go do that right now as we are playing our transition video, because the next up is going to be the psychological session of this TP Masterclass. Thank you guys so much and stay tuned for more.
Transforming minds.
Hey, raising leaders.
Kingdom made.
Fix the mind, fix the man. Everything changed. When am I change?
Transforming minds.
Hey, raising leaders.
Kingdom made.
Not the chart, the man inside. Renew the mind, the crown you find.
What TP Masterclass really is. TP Masterclass is a transformation masterclass that happens every Saturday. It is designed to reshape the way you think, the way you respond, and the way you perform, not just in trading, but in any industry where your mind plays a major role. Even though anyone can benefit from it, the majority of people you'll find here are traders. Why? Because trading is one of the few fields where your mindset, your emotions, and your discipline are tested every single day. Every session blends psychological lessons that help you understand your thinking and your behavior, spiritual lessons that strengthen your inner conviction and identity, practical lessons that give you structure and direction in real life. TP Masterclass exists because most people don't fail due to lack of skill. They fail because their mindset is not prepared for the level they are trying to reach. This masterclass equips you with the mental strength, emotional stability, and clarity needed to perform at a high level, whether you are a trader, an entrepreneur, or someone trying to grow in life.
Transforming minds.
Hey, raising leaders.
Kingdom made.
Fix the mind, fix the man. Everything changed. When am I change?
Transforming minds.
Hey, raising leaders.
Kingdom made.
Not the chart, the man inside. Renew the mind, the crown you find.
If you guys can hear me loud and clear, can we drop some numbers in the chat for me, please? Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. How are you? How are you all doing, TP family? Last week, I couldn't properly welcome you all. This week, I will not make that mistake. We will start with some welcomes and we'll take it up from there, okay? All right. So we know the drill. Wherever you are tuning in from, let me say hello to you. If this is your first time here, let me say hello to you. If you know somebody who is supposed to be on this masterclass, kindly just tell them that we are live, okay? But let us know where you're tuning in from. As a community, we are global. So wherever you're tuning in from, just let me know. Can we bring it up on the screen for me, please? And then let me say hello and hi to each and every single person. We have Divine. So it's a UK in the house. Divine, originally, where are you from? Nigeria in the house. People are global. Uganda. So Nelson, you are not going to stop calling me chief, huh? No problem. Nigeria in the house. Who else do we have out there? Ghana. Thank you so much for coming in. Dollars, thank you for being here. Ghana, good. And you, Cliff? Greetings. Thank you so much as well. Namibia in the house. God bless you. Ghana again in the house. Come on now. Where are you tuning in from? Where are you tuning in from? Nigeria. First time from Zimbabwe. You are welcome. God bless you for being here. Who else do we have out there? We have Ghana. Cape Town, South Africa. Greetings. Okay. Do we have, okay, South Africa again from the US. Nice to meet you, Ahmed. God bless you. Ian from South Africa, I guess. Nigeria, Ghana. Come on, guys. Let's keep on rolling. Francis, Ghana in the house. Kuwait, USA. Okie dokie. Namibia in the house. All right, guys. So we do these things. Nigeria, thank you so much. So we do these things not because I'm trying to get engagement. No. Already, you know that as a community, we have passed that. We do these things because when people do take their time to stream a masterclass that can last for approximately 2 hours, it means there is something that they have seen in honoring the community, and we have to also do the same. Okay? So that is what we're doing now. Before we go into today's masterclass, while I was coming, obviously before we start this masterclass, we prepare. I want to share something with somebody quickly. And as I was preparing, this is not my teaching for today. I'm going to go into our teaching. We have already started a series called The Profitable Trader. And today might be, when I say might be, it was supposed to be the last day of this series. It could still be. It depends on, how the session goes. Last week, because of our time, we couldn't finish all the episode 3. So I'm going to, try to cook the episode 3 a little bit. Then we will add it to the episode 4. If we finish episode 4, so be it. If we don't, we'll finish, God willing, next week. And then we'll take it up from there. Your exposure. Again, this is not my topic, but I want to tell somebody something here. You see, the things that you got exposed to growing up, it was not your fault. It was not your fault. You had no choice in choosing the things that you were exposed to. So the things you saw growing up, the things you heard, the people you were surrounded with, it was not your fault. But hear me. Your brain likes to fill gaps. And so by the time that you are from age 1 all the way down to 7 years thereabouts, your brain has already formed the core neural pathways that you will be using to be making majority of the decisions in your adult life. So if you are here and let's say unfortunately you were exposed to certain things that were not right, it doesn't matter. Things you saw, things you heard. Unfortunately, your brain is not going to forget those things. You can try to suppress it, but it has not gone anywhere. It is in the archives in your mind. Now, when I talk about the archives in your mind, they are the things that your brain needs to fill in gaps. So let's say, for example, all you saw in your life, maybe as a trader, is you go somewhere, people share their screen, they show you the chart, they brag about the money they made or they did this. If that is the archives, when you come onto this masterclass, it will take discipline to sit down and listen, because in your brain, this is new. So there are people right now, unfortunately, maybe growing up and some few things, you have become addicted to certain things, certain things, certain behaviors, certain things you don't want to be addicted to, but you are addicted to them. And many years later, by the grace of God, you are delivered from those addictions. And you are expecting that deliverance to erase that archive. It doesn't work like that. It is still there. And so you need to be able to understand that those archives are there. That is what makes you, let's say, for example, somebody even tells you, oh, you are looking nice today. Your archives will say he is lying. If you are somebody that many people broke your heart, you have gone through so many disappointments. Even when somebody is being original and genuine to you, your brain cannot comprehend it. There are the same way there are other people too. They don't know anything negative. All their life, all they saw, all they have seen is positive things. They celebrate them in house. When they achieve something, they congratulate them, they take them out. So their brain, they are not genuinely really, sort of. And I know a person like that, especially, our wonderful host, Shells. I was talking to her many, many, many months ago, and we're talking about certain things. And I told her that, do you know human beings can do certain things like this? She was like, really? I said, yes. And she was like, she never thought about it, because in her world, that view was not there. And so when in your archives, when things are negative, no matter what you hear, it will try to interpret it from a negative perspective. So what I want you to understand before we go into this masterclass, and I don't know who needs to hear this, but listen to me carefully now. You need to start forgiving yourself for the things you couldn't have controlled in your past. In other words, forgive yourself for the things only time could teach you. Right now, you are matured. You have come to this masterclass, some of you many, 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 many months, some of you more than a year. So you have heard things. You have come to realize there is something called psychology. You are studying yourself. No problem. You cannot control the past, or you couldn't have controlled the past. It is okay. That exposure is gone, but you can control the current ways of how you expose yourself to the things you hear, to the things you see, to the things you let in. Ladies and gentlemen, controlling your exposure is non-negotiable right now in this world, because you can pick up your phone and within 15 minutes, as you are scrolling your phone, before you can realize, 1 minute you are laughing, the next minute somebody makes you angry, the other minute somebody makes you sad, the next minute somebody makes you very agitated. All those emotions are happening in 15 minutes all at once on your phone. That is serious exposure to your brain. Let me show you how powerful archives are, and I'm going to be a little bit elaborative in this context. Let's say you go onto social media and you are scrolling. These days, people have a way of cracking a joke without saying anything. So you can come across a social media post and the person is probably communicating something very filthy, naughty. They will not say anything. They will sometimes use certain artifacts and things to orchestrate that joke. The moment you see it, you understand what the person is saying. It is not because you are bad. Your archives is filling the gap. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like the moment your mind sees that, your archives start to fill the gaps. It's like, oh, I know what this person is saying. The same way you can show that same thing to another person. They'll be like, what is that? And be like, don't you know what this is? No, they don't know what this is, because in their archives, that does not exist. So you cannot be able, or you couldn't have been able to control the things you were exposed to when you were young, But now that you are older, at least be responsible choosing the things you expose yourself to. And I wrote down some few things here, sorry, that I want to tell you all. Then we will go into today's masterclass. Okay? I wrote down here that exposure matters. Exposure is not neutral. That means repeated exposure teaches your brain what is normal, familiar, important, threatening, desirable, acceptable, and expected. Therefore, this is where I'm going with this. Please, we must become intentional about exposure. Very intentional. Now, this is where I want to say something that will give you good news. But Cliff, what about us that we have been exposed to so many things that is too already far gone? Listen, the more you now start being intentional about the things you are exposing yourself to, watch. It may not lead, or the things you already know may not go immediately, but watch this. The more you keep on exposing yourself to something positive, the more you keep on exposing yourself to something very powerful, after a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, those old archives, they are not gone yet. But other couple of few things you have exposed yourself to, they have become much more important at the tip of the layer, that your brain will not go all the way down to go get that information to fill the gaps. No. So let's say, I'll give you a clear example. So let's say I am somebody who went to medical school, and let's say I've been studying medicine every single time, and now I'm supposed to read, human ECG, every single thing, at the pulse of the human being. During that time I was in school, if you talk about the chart and I see those lines and those things, my brain will automatically say the human being's heartbeat. But let's say after many years I have become a trader, I say I will not practice medicine anymore. Watch. Same charts. The moment my mind will hear chart or see chart, because I have spent a lot of years again putting the effort in studying trading, my brain is not automatically going to think about human being's heart or the human heart. It's going to automatically start to see it as a chart, which is gold, oil, or whatever you want to call it. I didn't force to forget the chart I studied in school concerning the heart of a human being. But just because I was now exposing myself again and again to the thing that matters to me, then automatically my brain will not forget the hospital things I learned, but it will not be the first call of attraction when I see a chart now. Are you with me? I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. So many of you all about Mr. Cliff, even though I've been declaring that I'm great, my mind is so negative. It's because it took 15 years for that strongholds to be built. Yes, it may not take a long time like that, but you just keep on being intentional. Eventually, your brain will choose those perpetual programming as the first layer of archives. And then when you now see, so if back then, the moment you see an opportunity, you are like, this one is a scam. But now you met a group of people that say, yes, you can be scammed, but don't see business opportunities like that. Take your time, study it, and sometimes you will be with them. They are excited about the business. You can even call one and say, be careful, this thing is a scam. They're like, don't worry, that's how business is. Then while you are spending time with them, your mind is being refined. Then one day, you that few years ago, anytime you see a business opportunity, you say it's a scam, right? Now you see a business opportunity, say, well, let's see how it goes. What changed? Because your programming, the one that is positive, has now come to the top, and the one that is negative, which you didn't pay attention to, has gone to the bottom. It is still there, but the archives have shifted in drawer. So imagine it as a drawer in your office. The first time you started a company, there were files that were very important to you. They were at the top layer. Then the more you keep on building the company, other files kept on coming. Then you kept on pushing those files down. It doesn't mean those files are not important anymore. It just means there are other files now, contracts, that are important than the old ones. So the old ones are down, and the new ones are up. Ladies and gentlemen, control your exposure. If this message resonates with somebody, we are going to go into the masterclass today. I don't know the kind of declarations you guys, how you declared it today. It was a powerful one. Solomon, if you don't mind, can you look for it quickly and then bring it up on the screen? Let's see if we can declare it, if you don't mind. I want us to declare something again. You see, declarations are powerful. It is going to be funny if after saying all of this, we don't bring up declaration again. Powerful declaration. And one of the things that I just want to say is declarations and affirmations are not the same thing. Affirmations is when you are trying to motivate yourself and believe something will happen to you. Declaration is when you start to say things that must have no choice but shift your mindset to cause a movement. And the reason why it is very important that if you are here under the sound of my voice, you need to be angry is because, ladies and gentlemen, the world that we live in now is not waiting for no man. You must be angry. And you must be angry on time. So the team is going to bring up the declaration up on the screen for me quickly. And then we'll declare it together. Is that okay? He says, my body is the first kingdom. I rule. If I cannot govern this, I cannot govern anything. My body. Ladies and gentlemen, the things you expose yourself to, your mental state, your physical state, and you understand how powerful this declaration is when we start the episode 4 of today's masterclass. My body is the first kingdom. Wherever you are right now, declare this to yourself, that my body is the first kingdom. I rule. You cannot leave your body and go and rule another person's body. Your body is the first kingdom you must rule. Your mind is your first child. That means if you cannot govern your body, you cannot govern anything. There is a saying that if you cannot be able to start from your room, changing your room, then forget about trying to change the world. Same thing here. If you cannot govern or rule your body as a kingdom here does not mean worship your body. It means be responsible to the kind of masterpiece God has given you. Are you with me? Good. All right. Let's go into today's masterclass and let's rock and roll. Father, we thank you so much for today's masterclass. We give you all the praise. We give you all the honor. Father, without you, this masterclass is not possible. Without you, people will just be hearing a person just talking and speaking English. But it's because of you, that is why understanding is reaching these men. There are powerful things that you are doing every day, Father, and we are grateful. As we are about to learn again today, let there be a manifestation of your glory. Give them understanding, oh God, and let that understanding lead to action, and let that action lead to revelation. And as they are being revealed unto, may their experience give them the right interpretation. Father, we thank you. In Jesus' matchless name we have prayed. Amen. So, ladies and gentlemen, last week we were studying something very powerful. Before we even go in, can I basically just ask something right now? Solomon, can you bring something up on the screen for me, please? I want to ask a quick question. Has this series been blessing some of you? I want to ask something quickly. Has this series been blessing any of you? Can we bring the comment up on the screen for me, please? You have been blessed by this series, so I'm not wasting your time. Your time is not being wasted. Okay. All right. If you are being blessed and you know today you are going to be blessed again, drop some number ones in the charts. Drop some number ones in the chat. So let's get into today's masterclass and then we'll just take it out from there. Today we are talking about I want to just give a quick summary. So last week we spoke about, before we even do that, so I'm sure that many of you know your stages. Let's quickly go into the stages quickly, and then we'll just know that we are almost there. Please give me a feedback. Which color do you guys see best? This one? Is the yellow okay? Can I get some feedback, please? Is it clear? Is the yellow clear? Do you guys see it? Or should I change it to white or something? Can I get a comment on the screen? Is it clear for you guys? Or should I change the color? It's not clear? Okay, let's change it. What about this one? Red. What about white? Can you comment the one that you guys can see clearly for me, please? Is it white, red, or yellow? Which is it? How many white are in the chat? Are we all going for white? White? Okay. Now we have yellow, we have white. You see? You listen, you know me. So now, listen. You see now, this is how we trade, you see? See the comment section. Let's try black. The yellow is okay. Same board. Different people are seeing it differently. Ladies and gentlemen, this is trading 101. Gold is buying. Some people say it's going to the left and going to the right. Same asset. Anyway, so what should I do now? Should we use the white? Should we use okay, let's see something. Let's change some theme color here. Let's see something. Then we will try to use, if we bring it here, which one speaks better? You guys cannot see, right? Can you see it? No, correct? So we have to go back to the black. Okay, so the yellow is good. Let's try blue. Let me put this one here. Maybe somebody will see blue better.
Transforming minds.
Yeah, raising leaders.
Kingdom made.
Fix the mind, fix the man. Everything changed. When am I change?
Transforming minds.
Yeah, raising leaders.
Kingdom made.
Not the chart, the man inside. Renew the mind, the crown you find.
Transforming minds.
Yeah, raising leaders.
Kingdom made.
Fix the mind, fix the man. Everything changed. When am I change?
Transforming minds.
Yeah, raising leaders.
Kingdom made.
Not the chart.
Testing mic 2. Okay, let's go.
Renew the mind, the crown you find.
All right. Can you guys hear me now? So quickly, is any of these colors better with this background? Can we comment it so that we take it out from there? Help me, please. Can you make it gray? Okay. Gray color. Let's see. How do I get the gray? Guys, it's not going to work with gray. We need a dark theme, even though the camera cannot pick, okay? Okay. And this is still not clear? All right. I don't know. If this is not working, then I don't know what I can do. Okay, what about this, guys? Is this okay? I think this is fine, correct? It's okay, yeah? Perfect. This is okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, drop some number ones in the chat. Let me know if it's okay. Solomon, can you bring the comment up on the screen? Let me see. I think this is perfect. We could work with this, right? And with this, I think I can use the red color, correct? I think the red and the yellow should do justice for us. What do you think? Is better? Cool? Perfect. All right, so let's start from the stages. I want to know if we have people who study something here. Give me stages. Let's rock and roll. Stage number one. And when they keep on bringing that, can you bring it up on the screen for me, please? So stage number one. Stage number one. What did we say is the stage number one? Give me the comment section. Let's list the stages, and then I will explain something very important. So stage number one from last week's masterclass was what? Let's keep your answers coming. So stage number one, we're going to list stage number 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So let's start with number one. What is number one? What type of trader is in stage number one? The unconscious trader. The unconscious trader. Stage number two. What about stage number two? Okay, let's bring the next comment up on stage number two. What trader is in stage number two? Okay. The learning trader. Stage number three. Let's keep the answers coming all the way down to stage number 5 so that we can be fast a little bit. Because I need to know that somebody is learning. So what is stage number 3? Stage number 1 is the unconscious trader. Stage number 2. Okay. So stage number 2. Can I get somebody else? Is there anybody else other than Nelson? Okay. Stage number 4. So stage number 4. What about stage number 4? So stage number 1 is the unconscious trader. Stage number 2 is the learning trader. Stage number 3 is a developing trader. And stage number 4 is what type of trader did we talk about that day? It is very important that we do a proper recap. The consistent trader. The consistent trader. And then stage number 5 is the topic. The profitable trader. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, listen to this carefully now. You may be wondering, Cliff, why are we doing this series this time? To be a profitable trader is not an easy journey in this business. In fact, any business. So in episode 1 of this masterclass, we wanted to really create an idea for people to understand exactly why people are struggling to be profitable. There are people that are asking themselves questions that, Cliff, is trading even a profitable business? That if I get involved in trading, sooner or later, will I become profitable? It's a question many people keep on asking. So we started a series, and the purpose of that was to, first of all, debunk the idea of even the kind of business trading is. So if we go way back, we started by listing so many different categories of businesses, from cash cow all the way down to speculative business. So we came to realize that if trading is a speculative business, then that means we have to be careful. The reason why we have to be careful means that you cannot be able to predict what you want and when you want it, and you don't even know when it is going to even show up. And if that is the case, then it has to change your expectation. Not your goal, your expectation. It's like you are traveling from one location to the other, let's say in an aircraft. If your expectation is, oh my God, I really want to have a smooth flight, that is a goal. It's a desire. But you and I know that in an aircraft, chances are excellent there will be turbulence. Maybe there wouldn't be, maybe they will, but the point is you need to understand that you thinking your expectation can affect the outcome is the problem. Same thing in trading. Nobody is saying don't have goals, but you need to be able to understand that the system of this business, which is a speculative business, simply means that you don't know what could happen in the market, and so you need to respect the structure of the market. For example, I have said this thing before. I always tell people this, that if you want to be able to, now I'm explaining the nature of the business and why it is a speculative business for us. Because you see, the financial market is big. But for us, it's a speculative business because, number one, at the top of the hierarchy, I've explained this before, but please listen to this carefully now. There are two things you need to be able to understand if you want to become a trader in the first place. There is what we call the market structure. These are all my theses I'm using to explain something to you. There is what we call the market structure, and there is what we call the structure of the markets. So there is what we call market structure, and we have what we call the structure of the market. If we are talking about the structure of the market, we have at the top what we call the major banks. Then we have EBS here. We have medium-sized banks here. We have the hedge funds, the pension funds. Then you have all these rich people, Warren Buffett and so on and so forth. Then at the bottom of the hierarchy, we have you, the retail trader. Now, the job of the major banks is to regulate monetary policies. Monetary policies. That means this is why people cannot do whatever they want. This is why I cannot just go and buy a machine and say, I want to print money in my house. This is why even the president of the United States cannot do whatever he wants as far as financial conversations are concerned. We have people who are responsible for monetary policies. We have each and every single one of them in each country to make sure that the monetary policies in your countries are regulated. These guys, which are the electronic
Transforming minds.
Hey, raising leaders.
Kingdom made.
Fix the mind, fix the man. Everything changed. When am I change?
Transforming minds.
Hey, raising leaders.
Kingdom made.
Not the chart, the man inside. Renew the mind, the crown you find.
Transforming minds.
Hey, raising leaders.
Kingdom made.
Fix the mind, fix the man.
Okay, so can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me loud and clear now, yeah? I don't know what it is. The second guy didn't go to the devil is a liar. Can you guys hear me loud and clear? Okay. If you can hear me, drop some ones in the chats. Where did you guys lose me? I'm going to take it back again. So I'm saying there is something called the market structure. Solomon, can you hear me? Bring their comments up. Let me see. Yes, perfect. So we have something called the market structure. Then we have the structure of the market. Okay? So I'm saying that at the structure of the market, don't worry, just stay with me, flow with me. We have what we call the structure of the market, and then we have what we call the market structure. Now, the structure of the market is where you will find the major banks, the EBS, the medium-sized banks, the hedge fund, pension funds, Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, every single person, you will find them here as well. They are also part of the financial market. Then at the bottom of the hierarchy, you will find you the retail trader. And I want you to hear me clearly now. Yes, listen to me clearly now. The first thing you need to be able to understand is this. Watch. These guys have roles and jobs. They are up to something. So I was explaining the EBS. You see, when you go to the bank, there is something called API. And I had a meeting with one of my mentees, an amazing man, and he was explaining something to me. It makes sense perfectly well. Perfect sense. And when you now think about it, it makes sense. When you go to the bank and you want to withdraw money, okay, so in other words, because it's an API, let me explain this. One API is what you are going to use to connect something to something if you are dealing with application. Okay, so let's say, for example, if we want to mirror your trades onto a platform, you will use an API. So the API now connects your platform to that platform you want to mirror your stats on. So that is it. And I found out beautifully that is the same way the banks work with an ATM machine. So when you go to an ATM machine and then you want to basically withdraw money, it is an API that connects that communication to your bank to make the transaction possible for you to get that alert. So everything works in chains. It is not magic, they are structures. So the structure of the market. So EBS, we have medium-sized banks. If you now want to be able to send money to somebody, we call something an intermediary bank. So all of that. So if you are here listening to me, you need to be able to understand this. Whether you choose to participate in the financial market as a retail trader who is clicking buy or sell, whether you like it or not, you are still part of the financial markets because you either save money in the bank, you have either withdrawn money from an ATM machine before. All of those things are the structures of the market. Now, when you decide that you want to click buy and sell and make money from this market, because of the position you are in, unfortunately, I've explained this before, but I'll explain this again, it puts you in a position where it is not easy for you to be able to survive without you understanding several things. So watch this. I'm going to ask you guys a question right now. Is it possible? Watch, please listen. If you get this foundation, I'll be very happy. Is it possible for somebody to wake up out of the blue because they have trillions of dollars and just release 1 trillion into the financial market just like that? Yes or no? Let me get the answers now. Yes or no? Is it possible? Is it possible for, let's say, Elon Musk, one of the most successful people right now on earth? He wakes up and he's like, man, I want to just get into this financial market as well, differently, other than he's part of it. Would he be able to just drop in 1 trillion just like that? Yes or no? Can I get a comment section coming up on the screen? Yes or no? Why? Why no? Because now we are talking. We are business people, yeah? No. Okay. Why no? Why? Why? I don't want you to just say no because it seems impossible. Why? You need to understand why he can't do that. Why? Can I get some answers again? Why can't he just do that? Why? Let's bring it up. So they were doing something. There must be a legitimate reason to transaction. Even if he has a reason, unfortunately, it doesn't work like that in the financial market. But why can't he do that? Why? It is important you understand this because you are a trader. You want to do business in this industry. You need to understand this foundation. Why can't he just do that? It has to go through structure, correct? But who is responsible in this structure to make sure he cannot do that? That is the question I'm asking. Why can't he do that? Because there is a what? Because there are financial regulations, good. But there are monetary policies controlled by which people? Again, are you getting the concept now? Because individuals cannot control the market. That is not the reason. All those ones are great answers, but I want us to talk about facts. So because of the major banks, because there are monetary regulatory boards, regulations, he cannot just do that. So but listen, even though he cannot do that, he can desire to do that. But when he does that, what happens? So let's say, for example, somebody wants to move tons of money into the financial market. Now, watch this. I want to ask you guys a question because I'm going to stay here a little bit. You need to understand this because these things are the things that when you don't understand and you are trading and something happens, you don't even know what it means. So let's say, for example, we will put Mercedes here. How is Mercedes part of the financial market? How? Mercedes is part of the financial market because let's say, for example, where is Mercedes located? Where is the headquarters of Mercedes? Which country produces Mercedes? Traders, businessmen, businesswomen. Where is Mercedes located? Where? In this part of the world. Where? Where is Mercedes located? Today, I want us to be very fast so we can finish this. Germany. What currency does Germany spend? What currency does Germany spend? What currency does Germany spend? Quickly. Let's go to the currency parts. What currency does Germany spend? Let's rock and roll. Give it to me. Let's put it here. Okay, EUR. Thank you. So if Mercedes wants to go and buy raw materials from Mercedes, which is Germany, we say they spend euro. If Mercedes wants to be able to buy raw materials from India, what kind of currency does India spend? What kind of currency does India spend? There are Indians here. Quickly, let us drop it in the comment section. Let's rock and roll. What currency does India spend? Can we get in the comment section right now? I know today I'm communicating because we are doing something practical. Okay. So we have the rupee. I'm going to put RU here, okay, so that we can rock and roll quickly. So if Germany wants to go and buy raw materials from India, they are not going to give the Indians euros. They are going to have to exchange their euros to rupees. Are you with me? Now this exchange has to go through somewhere. Okay, so of course, Mercedes is a big company. So if they want to, so that is how Mercedes can move money in the financial market. They will not go and give cash to the raw material people. They have to exchange it. It has to go through the proper channel. It has to be a transaction. Are you guys learning? And so what is going to happen is if they want to exchange this into rupees, it has to go through somewhere. Now, peradventure, let's just say that money is huge. It is not going to enter into the market structure, the one that you are seeing on your trading view. It's not going to enter there like this. Because according to the regulatory system of the financial market, no amount of money should be able to move in such a way in the market to cause disruption. So therefore, the market has a structure. And after studying the structure of the market, based on how the operations happens here, ladies and gentlemen, it happens in a way that balances the structure. That means every single company, every single system, every single thing in here, they are regulated and structured in a way to keep on moving money in the system. So that means it has to be balanced. If it goes up, to balance it, it must come down. If it goes up, it comes down. It goes up, it comes down. Now, if you watch this overall from here all the way to here is going up. But it's not going to go all the way up like this because the way the regulatory board is structured, it is not going to be able to allow the market to move in this order. And so you as a trader, you may not care about this, but you may have understood that we have something called LH, HL, HH, LL. You may have learned this, that this is what we call swing point that forms the market structure, correct? But you need to understand the reason why you can trust the market structure so much is because the market has a structure and the structure of the market respects itself. So when you are trusting the process of this structure, what that simply means, if the market is really going to go here, is going to come back to call you at the end of the day. Not because somebody spoke about the best strategy, not because somebody spoke about the best in this, not because somebody spoke about some ICT or small money concept. No, it's because the structure of the market will not allow the market to go all the way here to move a single amount of money in a straight line. Why? Because there are regulatory policies. So when you understand this and you are in the market, if the market is going like this, you know, if it is really going to keep on going up, it has to come down to make it balance, to make sure it does not disrupt the market. So it is definitely going to come back to call you. You can call it mitigation. You can call it change of character. You can call it break of structure. That is not the point. The point is it is going to do exactly what it has to do to make sure the system of the financial market is respected as far as regulations is concerned. So when you now see a brokerage who does not want to go to the proper channels, the regulatory boards will shut them down, not because they don't want people to use the brokerage, it's because you need to be regulated so that we can account for the transactions you are making in your company. Are you with me? So now when you go and you are asking a brokerage, are you registered? They said yes. Where? They say here. You are not asking so that you will sound smart or like a businessman, because you know that based on the way the systems of this industry is structured, everything must be counted for. Now, yes, there are people who are able to bypass these things, but that is not the point. The point is there is a structure. And so if there is a structure, and if these regulatory systems, they want to balance the financial market, those who are cheating and not forget about that. The point is there is a structure. Even in the insurance companies, there are scams. That is not the point. The point is there are regulatory boards. So what that simply means, when you now understand the structure of the market and you are studying the market structure, you are not just creating lines. This is where many people have been deceived because somebody told you, don't worry. All you have to do is to do this. Now watch this carefully now. What I am telling you now does not make what trading has been to be complex. No. What I am telling you now are things you are supposed to know by foundation, so that when you are in the market, you are not confused about certain movements happening. Are you with me? So you as a retail trader, your information is limited. Your tools limited. The assets you are trading, a lot of people are involved with that. So it is very, very, very different. And so on and so forth. So now you need to understand that unfortunately, because of the tools and the money and the things you have, you are not going to be part of those who only always wants to go up. You are speculating. When we say speculation, it means whether the market is coming down or is going up, you can make money based on the prediction you make here or the prediction you make there. In other words, what that simply means is there is no difference between you and the guy who is saying Ghana would have won the World Cup and therefore he used all his family's wealth to bet on it. There is no difference between you and that guy. The only difference between you and that guy is when you attach business principles. So that is how this series started. When you attach the business principles, so ladies and gentlemen, watch this right now. Because of the way this is, this thin line you are seeing here, I am not just drawing it. I want you guys to be able to understand this right now. This thin line is really a thin line. What that simply means is you are one step away from you coming here to gamble. One step. Or you can do business here. So now that we know that because we don't have enough information, enough things, and enough even systems to be able to play the game from a standpoint. Because remember, from the top before us, everybody has a job. Only the retail trader has a desire. Why are you trading? I want to set my family free. No problem. But what is your job? I just want to make them financially free. That is not a job. That is a desire. So you, on the other hand, you have no job in the financial market. You just want to make money.
Transforming minds.
Yeah, raising leaders.
Kingdom made.
Fix the mind, fix the man. Everything changed. When am I change?
Okay, sorry about that. Today there's a lot of technical difficulties. I know that let us just really stay there, okay? It's not my fault. That is how life works. When you sometimes want to change someone's life, some things does not want to allow it. That's why you guys need to be praying for me. Very important. Are we with me? Good. Okay, where are we now? Where did you lose me? Sorry about that. So there is a thin line. So the purpose of it is to keep you here. This is the whole point of the masterclass that we have been doing in these past few days. The whole point is to keep you here. Keep you here and make sure you don't step here. Now, the only reason why you will come here at this point to gamble is when you stay away from here. And ladies and gentlemen, listen to me carefully now. Every single thing that I'm teaching you right now, this is the proof of the concept I'm trying to show you now. Listen to me carefully now. Trading can be a business and it can be a speculative activity based on the way you approach. So when we now came into episode 3, I now started introducing to you and I said, how then do you really become profitable? And I said there are several stages people will go through. But before we got to episode 3, the purpose of episode 2 was to show you that many people do not want to accept. Many people did not want to accept the fact that there are things that you cannot be able to do anything about it other than trying to respect the way the business works. And so the first thing you need to be able to understand is this. Number one, if trading really is a business, and in this business, we are operating from an angle where we need to be careful because of the things we don't have, then how then can we be able to survive in the long run? So I introduced something to you guys in episode 3. Sorry, give me a second. I want to make sure this doesn't happen again. So I introduced something to you all in episode 3 that I call the stages that every trader will go through. And we listed it in the beginning. Now, this stage is the purpose of that was to show you that. Now listen to me carefully now. If somebody is here and you are getting confused every single day, wondering why you are struggling to be profitable, I'm coming to tell you the reality. The reality is this. Trading was not supposed to be complicated at all. Let's say if you go to school and you are learning things. The things you are learning, they are not necessarily difficult if you focus on the curriculum they have created. Now, because the industry we are in as retail traders do not have authentic regulatory structures for the retail traders, there is no official stamped approved curriculum for the average retail trader. So YouTube is where normally you will find the information. So if today you come across fair value gap, you will learn it. If tomorrow you come across VWAP, you will learn it. If the next day you see up, you will learn it. So there is no proper structure of curriculum. So what is happening is, that is what made many people not know what stage am I in and what stage after this am I going into. And so because there is no defined proper structure of the stages, many people keep on either shortening the stage they are in and they want to move quickly, or they slow down unnecessarily because there is no structure. So the purpose of episode 3 was to let you understand that there are stages you will go through, just like how everybody goes through in schools, in your workplace, that there are stages. And so we define them the way that you people could be able to understand, and we made it clear. But then unfortunately, I couldn't finish episode 3. So before we talk about episode 4, I want to talk about why. Let's quickly run through this, and then we'll finish episode 3 quickly, and then we'll go to episode 4. The question was why people get stuck between these stages. I'm going to run through it quickly. Unfortunately, because of the microphone I'm using now, I don't know what is wrong with the other one. I'm going to take a while before I can write on the screen again. Just spare me on this. But the reasons why many people get stuck or they never get to move beyond a certain stage, I'm going to give you all few reasons. Quickly write it down. Only just 3 reasons. Then we will now go to how you can identify your stage, and then we take it up from there. Reason number 1 why people are not able to move past the stages they are in is because, number 1, they are doing the wrong stages work. Remember when we were talking about episode 3, I was explaining to you that I am tempted to actually finish. I don't know why this thing is tempting me today, but I'm trying my best to make sure that we can. Let me try something right now. If I go here, I will try to scream and see you all can hear me. If I scream from here, can you hear me? I don't know why the microphone is behaving funny today, but if I talk from here, can you hear me? Can we bring number 1 up in the chat? Let me know that you guys can hear me, because there is something I want to explain about the market structure part. I feel like I am not done yet. I want you to understand something. Can you guys hear me? Is it clear? Okay, perfect. Let me try something. Listen to me carefully now. So many people will basically say, Mr. Cliff, sorry. Many people will say, Cliff, we don't understand why. How do I choose the proper time? How do I know what time frame I should follow? Now, watch this carefully now. Imagine somebody is about to travel to the United States. Please just listen to this. If we are not able to finish this episode today, because there is something that if I don't teach practically now, I will not feel comfortable. So forgive me that I am not starting the episode title of part 4. I need to teach something because many traders are confused about this. There is something called multi-time frame analysis. Multi-time frame analysis is not a buffet. It's a concept that we use to frame a time, to understand an event. So you are here and you are like, for me, I like 1 minute, I like 2 minutes. That is not how trading works. It is not about you. It is about what is required in what you are doing in the event. And so what that simply means is, let's say somebody wants to go to the United States. The first thing the person needs is not tickets. What they need is to make sure, let's say, is why they are going there. Okay? What they need is why. Because the why will determine what they need. In other words, that what is a visa. If let's say you don't come from the United States and you come from somewhere in Africa and you want to go there, you need a visa. But what type of visa you need depends on how long you will stay there. And how long you will stay there also depends on how far you have thought about it. You cannot just get up and move to the United States and stay there for 2 years and plan it in just 1 week. If you are about to, let's say, relocate, we call it relocation. If you want to relocate to the United States, it will take you some time before you prepare and you go there. Is that true? So it can take you, let's say, 1 year to prepare. But when you make the decision that you want to go to the United States, even though it took you 1 year to make that decision clear, it can sometimes take you 6 months for the visa to arrive. Then if it takes you 6 months and you finally get your visa, when you now book your tickets, even though you will book your ticket ahead of time, right? After you book your visa, maybe 4 months in, whatever, 1 month. So now you see, we are framing the time. Now, the next thing you will understand is it's not going to take you 1 year for you to be able to get to the airport. It's not going to take you 6 months to be able to get to the airport. It's not going to take you 4 months to be able to get to the airport. In fact, it might not take you 1 hour to get to the airport. But even if you put the 1 hour here, it does not mean this 1 hour is not part of the whole entire structure. So what many people are doing is, because that 1 hour they are on their way to the airport is the most joyful part of the trip, because they are finally traveling to a location they like. They will say, my favorite time frame is 1 hour. But they are forgetting it was not the 1 hour that took you to the United States, ladies and gentlemen. It is not the 1 hour or the 30 minutes or the 15 minutes. Because look, when you finish checking in at the airport, and if you are entering into your aircraft and you are putting your luggage, whatever, those things can take seconds. But they are not necessarily the reason why you are going to the United States. But I kid you not, if you also remove going to the airport from the process, you remove getting checked in from the process, you remove putting your luggage in or submitting your luggage from the process, this whole trip will still be sabotaged. And so when you don't understand time frame, you are going to think some of them are important than the other. It is not true. Now, the moment that you bring this same concept into the same space of the financial market, what I'm trying to basically say is that from your weekly to your daily, to your 4 hours, to your 1 hour, all the way down to the time that you enter that trade, every time frame matters. But you see, because there is no proper structured curriculum, everybody is teaching whatever they want. So you will find one guy, and he's saying for him, the only thing he cares about is 5 minutes, and he only cares about candlesticks. You will find one guy, and he will say, for me, I am the indicator guy. You will find one guy, and he will say, for me, I am the guy who studied the way the smart money move money, and so this one. No, it is not a buffet of knowledge if you want to understand the structure of the market and the market structure. So what that simply means is, if you go on the higher time frame, ladies and gentlemen, if you go on to the higher time frame, you are trying to understand the bias and the concept of the trade of the seas. Where are you going? Are you going to America? Are you going to Australia? It is what will show you the visa you need, the ticket you need, the amount, every single thing. So you need to see the bigger picture. It is not for scalpers. It is not for swing traders. It is for everyone. Now, after you have come to realize the structure of the market, which is the market structure to be precise, the next thing is you need to find an area you will wait. So the area you will wait is basically the place that you will go and leave from. So even if your traveling time is not there yet, you need to still know the airport you will take the flight from. It is called POI, that place of interest. Now, remember, those POI, there are two types of POI. Interest of where you want to move from, departure, and arrival. They are both interesting POIs. So when you go to the airport from, let's say, Ghana, and you want to go to the United States, you need to know the airport you are departing from and the airport you are arriving. Both of them is important to you. Is somebody learning? Now, after you have understood that, you need to still leave your house. Is that true? You need to still get in your car. You need to still drive well there and get there on time for the check-in. All of that matters. It's not a piece of, okay, for me, I will not do anything. When it is time, I will just get to the airport and I'll go to America. It doesn't work like that. They all come together. So now watch this. Higher time frame, whether you're daily or your 4 hours, you are trying to understand the structure of the bias. Then you will now mark down if you want to go to the 1 hour for your zones, and then the 15 minutes or the 30 minutes to confirm both of them. Now watch this. Let's say you want to buy from here, ladies and gentlemen. Watch. Let's say you want to buy from here. If the market is coming down, remember, even though your bias, which is from the higher time frame, is a bullish structure, you are still going to wait for it to get here. Now, when it gets here, you are not automatically going to basically just buy now. You need to wait for this trend, which is on the smaller time frame, to change. Meaning, watch this. So watch. Let's say the daily and your 4 hours are bullish. And then you say you are waiting for your POI in this area. Now, in order for this to go back to where you want to buy it is going to change the trend, which is bullish, on smaller time frame to become bearish. So your job is to go to the smaller time frame, which is you entering the car, you picking up your bag, you pushing into the thing to go back to the airport, so that you have been waiting for the time. So so the same analogy here. You want to go to America. You are planning for 1 year. You got your visa. It is coming down. It is coming down. It is coming down. Now, when it comes down to you, you need to get back into the car and then go to the airport so that you can go to the place that 1 year you were waiting for that goal can be met. So watch. The market has come all the way down here. True? Good. Now you are going to have to wait for the market to change a character again so that you can be able to get a proper entry to get in. Now watch, ladies and gentlemen. If the market comes back here and it goes up to break a structure, the only way it is a convinced change of character is if the candlestick is strong. Now, if a candlestick breaks a structure and it is strong, what type of candlestick is that? If you are a trader and you understand technical things, put the comments, put the name of that candlestick for me to understand. What is the name of that candlestick? What is the name of that candlestick? Tell me. What is the name of that candlestick? Traders. Today I'm being technical a little bit here, I know, because we're talking about profitable trader series. What is the name of this candlestick? Engulfing candlestick. Thank you. It's bullish engulfing. Now I don't need to be a candlestick pattern trader to know this is an engulfing candlestick. Why? Because anything that is able to pass the other thing means it is English. It has engulfed it. That is just English. So it is only going to engulf the other candlestick to break the structure. Now watch. If this candlestick engulfs this, that means there is a gap. And because that gap is trying to create a fair value, what is the name of that gap? Ladies and gentlemen. What is the name of that gap? This candlestick has engulfed it. It has created a gap, if you look at it very well. What is the name of that gap? Can we bring it up on the screen? What is the name of that gap? No, what is the name of the gap? The gap that the candlestick has created. What is the name of that gap? Fair value gap. Now, I don't need to be an ICT trader, or I don't need to be a smart money concept trader to know that it is a fair value gap. But the reason why many people do not know this is because they don't understand the economic indicators when it comes to business in supply and demand. So to them, the first time they heard a fair value gap in this life was from the chart on TradingView. So they are like, how can I find fair value? You cannot just find fair value gap. You need to understand what it means. Now, this is why I want to tell you something. The moment you teach people like this, there is still things, many things. It is not true. It is not many things you need to learn. It is that your foundation is not structured. So anytime that you see something, it feels new. Archives. So in your archive, there is no foundational concept to pull out the thing from. So when the market condition is changing because of war or pandemic, your brain does not have anything to use to feel it, to understand it. So many people, the first place they actually started hearing supply and demand is on the chart, but they don't know supply and demand is an economic model. That without it, no business can function. You will ask them, what is supply and demand? They don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm trying to basically let you understand evening is this, is that trading as a business and you as a retail trader, the knowledge is not a buffet of knowledge. It's not a buffet. It's not a buffet. You don't pick and choose what you want. Trading psychology is not important than market interpretation. Risk management is not important than trading psychology. Understanding the foundation of the market is not less important. Knowing the type of broker you are using and if they are regulated or not is not less important. Those things are all part of the things that makes your business sure. Understanding if your prop firm is playing with you or not. You know, many people, they know in their heart there is a possibility even if they pass this prop firm, they may not give them the money. But it's like, let's see how it goes. See how it goes. Already, remember, there is a thin line between you gambling and doing business. So you cannot take unnecessary risk. When you say this now, the reason why many people get irritated or confused is because somebody told them, man, trading is a powerful business. You can make money from Monday to Friday. It is not true, chief. It is a speculative business. So every less information you have is a risk of you gambling. Every over trading you are involved in is a risk of you gambling. So the reason why you are over trading is because you don't understand. The laws of speculation means the less, the better. So if I am telling you now, the less, the better, you will not agree because in your archives, there is a signal channel or group, every day they are releasing signals, every day. And they are telling you some of them, TP8, oh, one stop loss, TP8. So in your archives, it is possible to take a trade every single day. But ladies and gentlemen, listen to me carefully now. When it comes into this business, it's not every single market movement is yours to take. Let me pause here for a second. If you are learning, drop some number ones in the chat for me. This is our Profitable Trader Series finale. I need to make you angry enough to know that this is not a skill lesser than engineering. This is not a skill lesser than medicine. No, chief. Oh, I'm tired of my life. What do you want to do? Let me go and try this trading thing. No, chief. No, chief. That is not what this is. Let me see if trading is a serious business. If you cannot run a coffee shop, you can't be profitable in this business. So while the market is not giving you any setup, don't think forcing trades is you being a trader. Pick up the economics book and understand how the market system works in this world. It is part of your survival. Are you with me? I hope you guys are still my friends. Don't go and quit trading because now it's looking a lot. Don't quit. I'm only just telling you, be serious. That's it. Now I can talk about a profitable trader. Because you're going to become profitable, whether you like it or not. As far as you are in this community, the only way is up for you. The only way is up. So number one, now let me give you the reasons why people get stuck. The first one, as I said, is because they are solving or they are doing the wrong stage work. Number one, wrong stages work. Wrong. So they don't. What do I mean by? Let me explain quickly. That is the most common reason for me, by the way. So you will find out that a stage 2 trader is doing stage 3 work, and a stage 1 trader is trying to solve a stage 4 problem. So let's say if the stage 1 trader who does not have a committed system is spending time studying advanced risk management, you have a problem. This is what is happening now. You know, many people ask me, Mr. Cliff, why is it that you don't take a lot of people in your mentorship program? You know, you say you run it a year. And I said, when you go to Harvard, how many students are in the class? Do you see 15,000 people? Do you see even 500 people in one class? No. They teach in groups as well. And so if Harvard, that has a sophisticated system, is not putting 15,000 members in their channel or their classroom trying to teach them, what makes you think you being part of 15,000 group? All it does is, oh my God, this guy is a goat. He has 15,000 people in his group. Good for you. All the best. Let's see how you will be able to understand what they are going to teach. You need to be able to understand this, ladies and gentlemen. There is no secret in becoming anything. It takes time, structure, and consistency. So many people right now do not even know why they are not profitable. So the purpose of this series was to show you that now that you understand that, you need to know why people will hear this and they will still not change. It's when they are doing the wrong stages work. That is number one. And the solution is quite very simple. When you identify your stage, you focus on you. But here's where it gets interesting. Maybe you will go on Instagram and you will find one guy. He's making $100,000 a day. He says, no problem. Then you that you are now about to understand even fair value gap is now trying to now quickly shift and go and look at what this guy is doing. This is the problem. Are you with me? Reason number two, why people get stuck in these stages is because they are measuring at the wrong time interval. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you this in a speculative business. It is not about time, it's about the data. If your edge requires you to execute 100 trades, no matter what happens, as long as you have a proper risk management, your account will never blow. Either you will end up at break even or you will blow it. If you blow it, no problem. We will look at the system and see what the problem is. Are you with me? Then the second reason why they don't leave that stage is because the psychology has not caught up to that stage yet. Ladies and gentlemen, if you desire to make $100,000, it doesn't matter how good you are of a trader. If your mindset is not able to be structured and connect to the possibility of that even happening, you will sabotage it. And that is the deepest reason why many people are like that. So there are people listening to this masterclass right now. They have heard me and they are saying that, Cliff, we hear you, that trading is a speculative business. What should I do? Instead of them accepting the facts and either looking for a job to add to this training or focus on this, but making sure they have the capital for it, they will try to go and look for another strategy because the mindset right now cannot accept the reality of what I'm saying. Are you with me? Good. These are the three reasons why people get stuck. All right, now we can go to episode 4. This is the only thing I wanted to share in episode 3. If you guys are learning something today, kindly just drop the number ones in the chat for me. If you guys are learning something today, kindly drop some number ones in the chat for me. If you are learning something today, drop some number ones in the chat for me. All right, give me a second, guys. Let's rock and roll. All right. Hopefully this works. If this works, we are good to go. Are you learning? Thank you for tuning in, okay? All right. So I think now if I go back a little bit, it makes much more sense. Better. Cool. Let's rock and roll. So today's topic is simple. I title the part 4, the working model. The working model. I title number 4, part 4, the working model. The working model. The working model. So now that we understand, guys, 4 weeks straight, we started with one question, as I said. That is trading really a profitable business? We have answered that. We have established what kind of business trading is. We have gone into the laws of speculative business. We have mapped out the 5 stages of becoming profitable. Today, we are going to be looking at the working model. These are practical things we are going to be talking about, ladies and gentlemen. So, I'm going to take you guys through several blocks. And I pray that God will help me so that I can finish this early. Several blocks. Now, these blocks is how I'm going to teach you all today. I'm going to be teaching through blocks. So, block number 1. Blocks, but block number 1. So I'm going to take you guys through blocks. Now, what do I mean by that? If it is true that trading is a business, then it means there is a system. We need to put ourselves into it to become profitable to the extent that we are looking for. Is that true? So I'm going to be taking you through the blocks. The block number 1 is if you want to become a profitable trader, then there is something you must do before you even open a chart. So block number 1 is what you must do. What you must do before you open the chart. What you must do before you open the charts. The first block. What you must do is to be ready. The only way you become ready is to prepare. I'm about to give you all the steps. So the block number 1, remember, let me explain this again. Today's message is very practical, so I needed to structure it in a way. I'm going to be teaching it in blocks. So the block number 1. So the block number 1 is to talk about what do you do before you even open the charts. Now, this is because I've seen many traders making these mistakes a lot. And this is one of the biggest mistakes retail traders will always make before they open the charts. And this one is preparations. When I say preparations, there are a few things you need to prepare to do. So preparation number 1, what you must do. Preparation number 1. Preparation number 1, what do you need to do? The first thing you need to do is to have what we call the weekly market read. Now, some people read, yes, early Monday morning, some of them Sundays. But remember, you may have heard this before, and it is okay. But I am structuring it for you today in your head because the system is you. Ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you understand it. First one is preparation. Number one is the weekly market read. Please write it down. The weekly markets read. Preparation number one. You need to choose a day. Choose a day. Mostly Sunday evening is recommended. But I can also tell people you can also do it because time zones are different. You can also do it early Monday. It's also up to you. So preparation number one is the weekly market read. The weekly market read. Preparation number two. Preparation number two is the daily pray session routine. The daily pray session routine. Daily pray session routine. Remember, when I start listing these things, they are not negotiable. Okay? Non-negotiable. Now, I was going to say something and I almost forgot. As I was saying, these things that I'm talking about here, they are not supposed to be something difficult. You know, it's like if let's pick up the place you work. If you have a job, the reason why it is easier for you to be involved in the workplace is not really because you're a good person or you're a serious person, because there are systems that you will follow. And sometimes you yourself, if you look into your heart, you will know if it was not your job, if it was not for your boss being there, you will not follow it. So if there is no accountability, people don't do certain things, so it becomes hard. But it's not really hard, it's just respecting the system. So these ones I'm about to list for you, they are not hard, it's just something you need to understand. There are three things you need to do in a pre-session market routine to understand this. First one is the physical state check. Under here is physical, your physical state check. Your physical state check. That is the first one. Under the daily pre-session routine is a physical state check. The second one is the session plan. So when I talk about let me talk about that because many people I'm assuming you understand what I'm saying. The physical state check is different from mental preparedness, or in other words, mental readiness. Physical state check is when you start asking yourself questions like, am I rested? Did I sleep well? Am I hydrated? Or did something happen a few days ago? Did somebody really make me angry? You know, you're trying to check. You see, many people think these things are mental things. No, these things are physical things. When you sleep, what it does for you is to give you a better body rest. In other words, it is for your physical health. It can affect you psychologically, but that is not psychological thing per se. So resting, hydration, you being able to release an emotional, damage. Emotional damage. You being able to release any emotional damage from the context of what you went through yesterday, they are things that are important. Why? Because as a trader, you are a performer. When I say a performer, not a pretender, it means that you are somebody who understands that the way you feel, the way your body energy is, everything can affect your trading. So that's what we call the physical state check. You ask yourself these questions. So after here, you can have one for yourself. You can have your own checklist and say, am I rested? Hydration. Why do you need to hydrate? As a trader, let me ask this question. Because once upon a time, many people did not understand this. As a trader, why do you need to hydrate? Why? Let's talk about that. Because if there are no convictions, people will think what I'm saying is just some useless words and I'm just trying to convince you guys to do something stupid. Why do you need to hydrate as a trader? Tell me. Let me see if somebody understands. Don't give me a good answer. Give me your conviction. Do you really believe as a trader hydrating or drinking water is good for you? Oh, by claim, I mean, it's just water. No problem. It's because you have not sat down to analyze the reasons why you are blowing your account yet. You will know that some of you, all you need is just good food. Then you will be fine. Not food that will make you sleep. I'm talking about, food that will give you better feeling. Anyway, the brain uses a lot of energy. I like that. Good. So now you understand. That's very good. Good answer. Nelson, you're a very good student. You are tempting me to surprise you. Anyways. Any other answer again? Why do we need to be hydrated? Dehydration causes headache for me. Okay, this one is a good one. So you see, when you are not hydrated, the brain, exactly, I like that. When you are not hydrated, because trading is a performance, it's true. Because when you're not hydrated, it's okay, thank you. If you are not hydrated, your brain becomes foggy. You become mentally fatigued. And so many people keep on saying, I don't know why I blew my account. If we put a camera on you, your lifestyle will tell us why you blew their account. Again, I don't want to go there deeper. We have a whole entire session on that. I don't want to stay here too much. So the first one is physical state check-in. Okay. The second one is session plan. So session plan is when basically you are asking yourself, what am I looking for this week? Under the preparation number 2, which is the pre-session routine. Don't forget that. This one. So this one here is physical state checking. Here is session plan. You need to plan your session. You cannot just leave it to chance. You need to plan it. Are you with me? Session plan. What am I looking for? Blah, 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 and so on and so forth. And the last one, this is very important, and I want to talk about it. Many people do not do it intentionally. Risk parameters. This one, you need to prepare this. Risk parameters. This one here. Risk parameters. So the risk parameters is when you set your daily limit and your weekly limits and your maximum drawdown or so on and so forth. It is also important. So number 1, we have what we call preparation number 1. Weekly markets read. Preparation number 2, daily pre-session routine. And I gave you guys these 3. I'm going to put A, B, and C here. Then number 3. What do you now need to do again for preparation number 3? Now, preparation number 3 is a little bit different from physical check-in. Preparation number 3 is what we call the mindset statement. This one, I'm going to give you a very powerful example, so be ready. The mindset statement. The mindset statement. Let me explain what this means. When we talk about the mindset statement here, I'm going to give several examples across different stages as well, so you understand this. So let's say, for example, you are in stage 2. The kind of statement you need to keep in mind is not the same statement you are going to, that the person in stage 3 is going to use. So let's say, for example, you are in stage 2. When we talk about mindset statements, it means the things you tell yourself that will help you run your trading day. So if you are, let's say, in stage 2, you can basically say, today, I am not trying to, what should I say? Today, I'm not trying to make money. I'm trying to follow my system. The result of following my system is data. And the data is what I am collecting today. I'm going to repeat it again. Please write it down. When you finish, I'll ask you a question. I want to know that you understand this series. So write this statement down. Today, I am not trying to make money. I am trying to follow my system. The result of following my system is data. The data is what I am collecting today. It is not declarational. This is mindset statement. Today, I am not trying to make money. I am trying to follow my system. The results of following my system is data. The data is what I am collecting today. Let me ask a question right now quickly. Can somebody define for me quickly? When we spoke about stage 2, we said the stage 2 is what? The stage 2 in episode 3 is what type of trader? Quickly, so that we can wrap up this, because we have a lot of things to learn in this episode. If we don't finish, we'll continue next week and wrap up the profitable trader next week. No problem. The stage 2 is what type of trader? Let's bring it up on the screen for me. The stage 2 is what type of trader? In episode 3, the learning trader. Good. So in the learning trader, what is more important to you? Thank you very much. I like this. You guys are learning. So the learning trader, what is more important to you? The learning trader, what is more important to you in that stage? What is more important to you? When we talk about the learning trader, yeah, it is not somebody who is studying strategies. No. Not just behavioral auditing. It is data. Thank you, Faith. Faith, how are you doing? Let me talk to Faith a little bit. One of our long age TP family members. Faith, are you okay? I celebrate you, okay? Let us even this lady here has done incredible stuffs. I just want us to drop some number ones in the chat for Faith. She has applied the things she has learned from this masterclass to the point where I woke up one day and she sent me a long email full of things she achieved in her personal life, even beyond just trading. And I just want to say she has been an amazing student. Faith, I pray that God will keep on being with you, okay? God bless you. Anyways, so if the learning trader, what is important to you is data, then the mindset you need to have, listen to me carefully now, you cannot be in stage 2 and your mindset is I want to make money. The moment if you are in stage 2 and you believe you are a learning trader, then you are in trouble when your desires of making money is stronger than your desires of learning. So when you now go into the market, remember, what are we talking about here? We are talking about before you even open the charts. There are things you need to do. Number 1, you need to prepare. Preparation number 1, preparation number 2, preparation number 3. The preparation number 3 is the mindset statements. So what you will do in this concept is that you will remind yourself that, listen, Cliff, you are a learning trader. Whatever happens in the market today, don't let it affect your emotions. You are gathering data. This is a mindset. You are not saying foolish things to yourself. You are wiring your mind to go into the market so that any outcome does not affect you emotionally. Are you with me? Good. Now that you understand this, let me give you one more example. Let's pick trader who is in stage 4. The trader in stage 4, their goal is to build evidence. So to them, yes, they have a system that is positive, but they are looking for an expectancy that is high level of making them profitable. So they need to understand that my job today is to execute correctly. So the stage 4 trader is focusing on correct execution. Are you with me? And execution here does not mean clicking buy and sell. It's beyond just that. The right session, the right risk, the right everything. So you create a mindset about that. So number 1, what did we say? Before the chart opens. If you understand what you need to do before the chart opens, based on what I'm telling you, drop some number ones in the chat. Cliff, Will this make me profitable? Not yet. Remember, it's not a buffet of knowledge. So not yet. Not yet. Drop some number ones in the chat for me. Should we push? So now we have been able to establish before you even open your charts. Now the next thing we are going to talk about is block number 2. Block number 2. Block number 2. Inside the trading session. Inside the session. So the first one is before the session. This one is inside the session. The first one was about preparation. Before you open the chart, is preparation. When you are inside the session, is rules. Are you guys writing? So block number 2, inside the session. Block number 1 was before the session. We focus on preparation. Inside the session, we focus on rules. Rule number 1. Rule number 1. The first rule that is super highly important to every trader when you are inside the session, rule number 1, the setup must come to you. You want to become a profitable trader? The setup must come to you. If you want to become a profitable trader, you don't chase trades. You define your conditions and the system, the condition the system requires, then you wait for it to play out. Are you with me? So rule number 1, the setup must come to you. Rule number 2, entry is the least important decision, ladies and gentlemen. Entry rule number 2, is that entry is the least important decision. The sniper entry traders are angry. Sniper entry gang, are you here? I'm not saying that is useless. I'm basically just saying that entry is the least important decision when you are inside the session. You see, most retail traders are obsessed over entry. You know, the perfect entry, the exact candle, the precise level, and so on and so forth. If you want to become a profitable trader, this is the list of your worries. The profitable trader understands that entry is actually the least important decision, ladies and gentlemen, in a trade. What matters in that trade is what we call the risk-reward structure of the trade, not the entry, the risk-reward structure. The risk-reward structure. The risk-reward structure is the most important thing in this order of what I'm explaining to you guys. The setup must come to you. Rule number 2, entry is the least important decision of them all. The rule is your risk-reward structure. If it is not worth it, let's forget it. If it's not worth it, we forget it. This is the rule. Rule number 3. What is rule number 3? Rule number 3 is once you are in the trade, rule number 3, once you are in the trade, let me see if somebody has this already in their rules. Let's see. Once in a trade, what? Once you are in a trade, what happens? Once you are in a trade, what happens? So rule number 1, the setup must come to you. Rule number 2, entry is the least important decision. Rule number 3, once you are in a trade, what? Can I get an answer in the comment section, please? Once in a trade, what? Once you are in the trade, rule number 3, what do you do? Chief says set and forget. True. So I might as well just conclude it. Do you agree? Your job is over. I like that. Not bad. So pretty much do nothing. Do nothing does not mean don't be logical. It means trust the system. So this is what I want to understand. I want you guys to understand. Listen to me carefully now. Once you are in a trade here, it's like somebody who says, if you're a Christian and you are like, Holy Spirit, help me. My life is not my own. Help me, Holy Spirit. I want to do the will of the Father. And then the day comes and the Holy Spirit is helping you. He's convicting you. He said, hey, Chief, get up and leave the room. You're like, I'll not do anything. Even the Bible says that I am the light of the world, and a town built on a mountain I cannot be hidden. I hear you. Listen, when you start praying for the help, the Holy Spirit comes, and instead of you listening and you start quoting the Bible verses to the Holy Spirit, you know you have already failed. Only legends will understand this. When you start quoting the Bible verses to the Holy Spirit, you should know that you have already failed. Anyways, it's just a joke I'm just trying to make. But it's an important one. That when you make a decision, you have to stick to it. Very important I understand this. Are you with me? So rule number 3, once in a trade, do nothing. Rule number 4, session limits are sacred. This one is my most important one. Sessions limits are sacred. I want you to underline the word sacred. Very important. Very, very important. Many people do not have limit when it comes to their sessions. They don't have a daily loss limit. They don't even have hours that they are trading. None of that. They just want to trade from London session to New York session straight. No time framed, nothing whatsoever. Session limits are sacred. You need to have a daily loss limit. You need to have a time limit. as well. So there are two types of limits that you need to create for yourself if you want to become a profitable trader. Number one, in terms of your rules, you need to have what we call the loss limit. And number two, you need to have what we call time limits. Loss limits and time limits. Loss limits and time limits. These are very important. So your session limits, these are not suggestions. I'm actually telling you things you need to write on as your rules. So rule number one, your setup must come to you. Entry is the least important decision of them all. Rule number three is once you are in the trade, do nothing. Rule number four is sessions limits. There are two types of them. Don't forget what I'm saying. Loss limits and time limits. Time yourself and time your risk. Or structure your risk. What not? Okay, I think we can finish this. Let's push. Are you guys tired? We're almost there. Wherever you are right now, jump and say, I'm becoming a profitable trader. Don't sleep, oh. Jump. If you know you have eaten egusi or ogbono with pando yam or banku or kenke, you know, those meals, if you are an African trader, you are in trouble. Oh. If these foods are your favorite and you eat them, especially kenke, I know many traders in Ghana, kenke is the first breakfast they eat before London session. So when they enter the market, while the market is saying this is a POY, they are saying, no, this is entry. And they're like, Cliff, I don't know, I'm hitting stop loss. Don't worry. Just reduce the kenke first. So shake it off and say, I am becoming a profitable trader. Remember, declarations are powerful. These are not desires. They are things you are willing to do. So now we have talked about before the session. We have talked about what you need in the session. We said before the session, what do you need? Preparation. You need to prepare before even the market. When you are in the session, what do you need? Rules. One day we're going to talk about why people break their rules. We'll come there. But just write these things down. Block number 3. Block number 3. So let me ask the community now. Let's see if somebody is following the masterclass very well. So number 1, we've talked about other blocks. Literally, other blocks. This feels like a deja vu. It's like I said this before. Okay, we've talked about other blocks. So block number 1 is before you open the charts. Block number 2. Block number 2 is when you are in the session. And block number 3, what do you think that will be? What do you think block number 3 will be? Because remember, we are organizing the systems in a way that if you put yourself in there, before you could realize, the progression of your profitability is adding up. So remember what I said, the moment you shift away from the system, you are one step away, stepping into gambling. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. What do you think block number 3 will be? Is there anybody following this? Let's see if we can tell. Let's bring up the answers up on the screen. What do you think block number 3 will be? After the session. I like that. You guys are learning. After the session. Guys, every single thing we have been learning since the beginning of this year, if you have been a serious TP Masterclass student, you will know they are all coming to pass. Everything. Everything. Not even one. This is what we call curriculum. Anyways, after the session, what do we do? Number 1, in the beginning, we said that before the session, preparation. In the session, rules. After the session, it is no rules, it's no preparation, it's questions. Questions. Questions, ladies and gentlemen. There are 3 questions you need to ask yourself if you want to keep on making sure this system is not being sabotaged. The question you have to ask yourself, the number 1 question that you need to ask yourself, very important. Question number 1. Did I follow my system? Question number 1 is, did I follow my system? Simple, self-explanatory. Question number 2, if you deviated, what triggered any deviation? Question number 2, what triggered any deviation? If you deviated, what triggered any deviation? That means, did you break any rule? Don't justify it. Just write down these questions. Then the last one is question number 3. What do I take forward? Because remember, don't forget you are in stages. Because remember, in every stage, there is something you need to do to go forward. So question number 3 is, what do I take forward? What do I take forward? What do I take? What am I writing? What do I take forward? If this is the first time you are seeing my handwriting, it's not my fault. I am a pharmacist. We finish writing in our head and just sign ahead. Anyways, so don't worry about this. When I speak, just listen and use this to just guide you small. Okay? All right. So these are the 3 questions. So remember, the first one, what did I say? Before the chat, sorry, is preparation. In the session, rules. After the session, questions. 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 So these are the questions you need to ask yourself every single day when you are done trading. You see why trading is a very serious business. So Cliff, you are saying, if I don't do all of this, I will not become a profitable trader. How many years have you been trading? Do you do this? If the answer is no, do this. Do this in the same expanse of the time you have been trading. If it doesn't work, then you say, Cliff, you are lying. I will unsubscribe to your YouTube channel. No problem. But I can assure you, if you subscribe to these things that I'm teaching you, and it doesn't work, you genuinely subscribe to it and it doesn't work, you feel free. Don't come to the masterclass again. I'm not talking about you just there and no. Follow it consistently. You know, many are times when I actually study people, they make it look like they did what I said. You didn't do it. You thought of it during the time you were doing something, but you didn't do it. It's 2 different things. Don't forget that. If you really do these things, I can assure you it will help you. Many people know sincerely the things they want to do, they don't do it. So don't forget the things I'm teaching is very important. After you have been able to realize what you need to do after the session, now there are several things you can do. I'm not talking about that. The exercise and all of that is all great. Let's talk about block number 4. Block number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, let me pause here. Let me pause here for a second. How are we now? Should we, because I want to be considerate a little bit. Should we continue on part 4 so that you guys don't get too dumped? If you want us to continue part 4, God willing, next week, to finish the profitable trader next week, drop number 2s in the chat. If you want us to finish now, drop number 1s in the chat for me. If you want us to finish everything today, drop number 1s. If you want us to finish next week, drop number 2. Let me see. This is our home. TP Masterclass is our home. We are not rushing anywhere. This is our masterclass. Okay, so you don't need to worry. I am not going to bring any new topic until we finish this. We can finish this, finish what we started. No problem. Number ones or number two? Number two, continue next week. Number one, let's finish now. Number two, nice. Thank you. These are the people that care about Cliff Cheqona. You see, all those dropping number ones, they don't care even if I am exhausted or not. They keep on dropping number ones. The number twos are winning. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so number two or number one? Which one of them is winning? Solomon, be the verdict. Is it number two winning or number one winning? Which is it? The number ones have it. Wow. You guys should start speaking in the spirit for me then. Let's see how I can carry on with strength. Let's go. We can push. No problem. We have been ordained for this. We'll finish. Okay. No problem. This is the same masterclass. Once upon a time, people say, Cliff is too long. I am giving you opportunities. Let us finish now. You say no. Here. Let's run through it then. The weekly, and hey, let me say something. Don't think because we are talking about this Saturday means Monday you're going to use this to make money. If that is why you are saying let's finish it now, let's be patient and finish it next week. So if some of you are trying to say, let's finish it now because I probably need this thing to go into next week. Relax. If you are doing this, you are in stage one. Then you are in stage one. Okay. The weekly rhythm, block 4. Weekly and monthly rhythm. Weekly and monthly rhythm. So what do you need to understand is this. The daily routine builds your session discipline, okay? So that means the weekly and the monthly rhythm builds the business. So everything that you do every single day as a trader, the things that I was telling you, it builds session discipline. That's it. But if you want to become a profitable trader in your business, it is your weekly and your monthly rhythm that builds the business. Now, let's look at what we call the weekly review. Every Friday or Saturday. Okay? What do you do on every Friday or Saturday? What do you do? Very simple. At the end of every trading week, a profitable trader will conduct what we call a structured weekly review. Not, just a normal debrief, a business review. And there are 5 specific things that needs to be 5 specific things that needs to be reviewed. Okay, 5. Let's list them. When you are doing a review, there are 5 things. When you are doing a review, there are 5 things that you need to be able to see them. 5 things. Number 1 is behavioral adherence rate. I call it the BAR, bars. BAR is your behavioral adherence rates. What are you reviewing? So basically, when you are looking at that, your percentage of trades this week, did you follow the system completely? That means the number should be about 80% consistently if you are in stage 3 and above. So if by the end of the week, if you review yourself and your behavior was below 80%, you need to start being serious. Are you with me? Very important that you understand this. You need to be very serious. Number 2 is the 3 numbers for the week. You remember the 3 numbers? Let's list them. This one now, you will, since we are finishing this together, we'll finish it together in Jesus' name. Let's list them. The 3 numbers, you need to look at this. What are the 3 numbers? Tell me. We spoke about the 3 numbers. Let's list them. The first one is the behavioral adherence rate. It shouldn't fall under 80%, meaning that if your behavior connects to this thing very well. Then we have what we call the 3 numbers for the week. What are those numbers? Number 1, behavioral adherence rates. Number 2, 3 numbers. Is there anybody with the answers up on the in the chart? Can we bring it up? 3 numbers. The 3 numbers. Let's bring the 3 numbers. The 3 numbers. Win rates, RRR. One more. One more. One more. One more, one more, one more, one more, one more, one more. Yes, the win rate is there. Your risk-reward ratio, one more. We check one more thing. Very important that you know this. It is in most of you, your firm's back office, your journal is in there, but you've probably not checked it before. Expectancy. Thank you. God bless you. These are the 3 numbers: your win rate, your risk-reward ratio, and then your expectancy. Okay, so number 1 is your behavioral adherence rate. Number 2 is the 3 numbers for the week. Number 4 is your capital position. Number 3, sorry. Number 3 is capital position. Number 3 is capital position. What do I mean by capital position? What is the current account balance? You need to check it relative to last week. Are you in a drawdown? Is it a peak one? Is the capital within an expected parameters? You are reviewing it. But Cliff, I can just look at it and see. No, don't just look at it. Review it. Then if you have made some money, that is substantial amount of money. I said something. We gave a rule of when you want to withdraw. What was the name of that rule? Remember, this is a practical master class today also. We're not doing this alone. We're doing it together. We said when you make good amount of money and you want to withdraw, you can apply a rule. What is the name of that rule? It was a few weeks ago we spoke about this. This is a class. This is not a show, so you need to remember it. What is the rule? Does anybody have it on the screen? Nelson, you are tempting me. Correct. It's called the split rule. So the split rule decision is when you know that, listen, you know what? I have made money. This is good amount of money. I'm going to take a portion out for myself and keep a portion for the sake of the margin. Are you with me? So these are the things you are reviewing. If you have not made no money, no problem. Many people will say, but if I can look at all of this and then still make sure. No, if you are a businesswoman, you are a businessman, sitting down, writing these things goes a long way than you just keeping it in your head. The moment you start writing things down, it changes a lot. Then the next thing that you need to review, obviously, number 5, is next week's context. Next week's context. Okay? Next week's context. So these are the things that when you keep on doing them, they will add up to your business. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand something. I want you guys to get your questions. I'm going to give you guys some questions. I'm going to get some questions answered here. Many of you may have some questions so that we can bring all of them home together. So I'm going to allow you to prepare your questions because this is a grand finale. You should have some questions. Solomon, can you let us take like 60 seconds break? We come back, we take the questions, then we wrap up, okay? We'll take 2 or 3 questions.
Transforming minds.
Hey, raising leaders.
Kingdom made.
Fix the mind, fix the man. Everything changed. When am I change?
Transforming minds.
Hey, raising leaders.
Kingdom made.
Not the chart, the man inside. Renew the mind, the crown you find.
Transforming minds.
Hey, raising leaders.
Kingdom made.
Fix the mind, fix the man. Everything changed. When am I change?
Transforming minds.
Hey, raising leaders.
Kingdom made.
Not the chart, the man inside. Renew the mind, the crown you find.
What TP Masterclass really is. TP Masterclass is a transformation masterclass that happens every Saturday. It is designed to reshape the way you think, the way you respond, and the way you perform. Not just in trading, but in any industry where your mind plays a major role. Even though anyone can benefit from it, the majority of people you'll find here are traders. Why? Because trading is one of the few fields where your mindset, your emotions, and your discipline are tested every single day. Every session blends psychological lessons that help you understand your thinking and your behavior, spiritual lessons that strengthen your inner conviction and identity, practical lessons that give you structure and direction in real life. TP Masterclass exists because most people don't fail due to lack of skill. They fail because their mindset is not prepared for the level they are trying to reach. This masterclass equips you with the mental strength, emotional stability, and clarity needed to perform at a high level, whether you are a trader, an entrepreneur, or someone trying to grow in life.
Transforming minds.
Hey, raising leaders.
Kingdom made.
Fix the mind, fix the man. Everything changed. When am I change?
Transforming minds.
Hey, raising leaders.
Kingdom made.
Not the chart, the man inside. Renew the mind, the crown you find. If you guys can hear me loud and clear, let's rock and roll. Questions, let's go. So now I'm sure you understand everywhere we have been coming from. Wow, the questions are coming up. Let me quickly just talk about something and we just wrap up. Number one, profitability is not a destination, it's progression. Trading is a business, a speculative business to be precise. So what that simply means, every time you take yourself away from the system, you are the system. And what you put in place around you is what manages the system. So it goes beyond just you knowing where to click buy and sell. It is more of you understanding that there are things you need to do repeatedly, over and over again, whether you feel like it or not. When you get to the point and you don't feel like it's, no problem. It is called exhaustion. When you get exhausted, you pause, you rejuvenate, you continue. That is the life of a trader. And if you are able to follow your rules consistently and making sure the numbers are adding up, eventually the business will be growing. So anybody here that is listening to me right now, Cliff, I don't know why I'm not profitable, I'm blowing my accounts and I'm over trading. Trading is a speculative business. You are only over trading because you have put all the pressure on this business, which is a speculative business. I can assure you, if you watch from episode 1 all the way to where we are today, something will click. And when something clicks, the results will definitely be different. The results will definitely be different. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take 1 or 2 or 3 questions maximum, and then we can wrap up. I know we have stayed here for a while. Let us begin to wrap up. Solomon, give me some questions. In the syllabi of trading, what is the right layout of the learning structure so that one easily grasps this trading knowledge to build a trading skill? It is on our YouTube. It's called The Future You as a Trader. We already covered that. It's called The Future You as a Trader. If you have not watched that, please go watch it. I broke down the actual structured curriculum of how your trading journey is supposed to be like if you want to really learn systematically. It's called The Future You as a Trader. The team probably will share with you guys in the channel. The Future You as a Trader. Next question. Hi, sir. Hi, Nima. How can I get my mind to go from looking at money directly as an outcome for now, but rather looking at my execution as collecting data instead of looking at it as trying to make money? Well, the whole point of why you're in this business is because you want to make money. So the point is not thinking you don't want to make money. As you said, the point is you focusing on where you are right now. The reality is, if trading is all that you have, it's really difficult to take your mind off it. So normally the first question I ask people is, how desperate are you to make money now? If the answer is yes, then you have to either add additional way of making money and be realistic to yourself, or you will get burnt out. Just as simple as that. There is no magic wand to just say, no, it's just reality. You have to accept the stage you're in, and then that is it. Does that make sense? That is a different form of a trading strategy. It's called swing trading, Faith. It's called swing trading. You let it run because that is your edge, you know? So let it run. Does that make sense? You just let it run. How can I identify my current state in trading? What do you mean? Can you elaborate that? What do you mean? Okay, you have to, your journal. So the way to, if you're talking about measurement, you know, let's say, for example, you are supposed to follow your rules. Maybe you're supposed to take 3 trades and you took 2 and the one was this, you know, percentage-wise calculation is not that complicated. Just all these things and all these questions you guys have here is lack of data. Pick up your book and your pen and start writing things down. Let me give you an example. Let me ask you a question right now, Alfred. Let me ask you a question. How do you feel right now that you came to this masterclass? Can you give me the answer, please? Let me do a quick example. Just Alfred, or anybody else, so that it can be faster. How do you feel right now coming onto this masterclass today? Be honest. Don't lie. Auditing is about, if you say, Cliff, when I came in, the way you were shouting, you have even created more anxiety for me. Write it down. Tell me. Cliff, the way you were teaching, I have not done this. How do you feel right now on this masterclass since you came? Either Alfred or anybody else. Can you put in the comment section for me? Can we bring it up for me, please? I want to just set an example for people to understand this so easily. How do you feel? Cliff, I came here, I'm liberated. How do you feel? Is there an answer there that I can see? Okay, so write it down. I feel fulfilled being in this class. Write it down. The next question that will follow is, what is making you feel fulfilled? Answer that one to next. Okay, one person said, I believe in myself. Okay, enlighten. So you see, now I want to show you guys something. One person said, I feel fulfilled. One person said, I feel confident. This is not how you do audit. Audit must be a full elaborated statement. Since I came into this masterclass, from the beginning, I understood this, which made me feel this, and it led to this and this. If you don't write it like that, that is why many of you, when you chat with any AI, you get irritated, right? Because the AI keeps on asking you questions. It's because you don't finish your sentence. You need to be able to know that when you are writing down an audit, you need to be able to be very specific. What exactly, at what point did you feel that? What time, if you remember? What did I say? Why is it like that? Write down things. Many people go into the market. How was the market session today? Great. How did you feel? Positive. No, that is not audit. You can't talk to yourself like that, because you see, watch this carefully now. Have you realized when negative thought is coming into your mind, it's not that short answers. Oh, for me, I think I am not going to become rich because from where I'm coming from, everything we do does not work. You see, negative things knows how to be elaborative. But when it becomes part of you doing things intentional, very short. So let's say somebody is afraid of death. They're like, man, what if I die? Because the place I'm standing is going to do. That is why negative things are very, very powerful. Because negative things has a way of being elaborative. And that is the same way you need to also be. So how do you check this? Pick up your book and your pen and write down. Write down how you feel. Before you were about to enter the market, how did you feel? In the session, how do you feel? After the session, how do you feel? Write down these things. Write them down. Don't worry about it changes you now. Just write it, write it, write it, write it. Eventually, one day you'll be like, so that is why XYZ keeps on happening. That's it. Are you with me now? Good. If there is one thing that I want you to pick out from this masterclass today, is start being intentional about your business. Ladies and gentlemen, the Profitable Trader series. If you don't watch part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, you will not understand it. I hope this helps somebody. If you have learned something today, drop some number ones in the chat for me. Drop some number ones in the chat for me. Don't just leave. We are about to bring the declaration up on the screen again. This time, I am not leading you. I'm going to leave you guys. Solomon, can you bring it up? And then, guys, remember what I said, declarations are powerful. If you don't know how to declare, Solomon, can you scroll down a little bit? When you go to cliffcheqona.com, ladies and gentlemen, cliffcheqona.com. And then when you, I don't know if this is the main one or this is a screenshot, if it's not, can we scroll down? If you have never been on this page before, we have many, many, many declarations. When you scroll down, you will find many categories. The part of the category I want us to click on today is the financial wealth. These are what we call the 7 dimensions of wealth. The 7 dimensions of wealth is not just a category. It is a teaching framework. And we are about to embark on that journey also here. It is called the Green Tree Framework. Let's click on the financial wealth. Let's go down. And I want us to choose any of the things that resonates. Just keep on going. I think go to the fifth one or the sixth one or so. Good. This one is better. The other one before this. Yes, perfect. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So if you can see the screen, he says, money flows to me. Money flows through me. We're about to declare this. He's going to bring this screen up on the screen. Please don't leave. This is how we are going to exit the grand finale of this series. Don't go yet, please. Even though I have finished teaching, relax. Let us all do, because trading psychology or psychology as a whole is not just getting the information. Protocols are needed. So we are about to declare this. He's going to remove me from the screen completely. I will not come back again, but time yourself and give yourself at least 2 minutes or 1 minute. Stay and declare it. As soon as we are done, all I just want to say is thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you so much for being involved in this masterclass and this series back to back. There is more we are about to learn in this community. You have not seen anything yet. And as I said, as far as your success is concerned, you are going up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Let us declare. In Solomon, you can remove me now, and then people can just declare it, and then we'll just take it out from there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, God bless you all, and bye-bye.